All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Tarzan and John Carter Warlords of Mars, issue number 2 of 4. I enjoyed the first one immensely. This is no different, but I must admit that the story here was a little bit predictable. Fun, but predictable, especially with the ending. So without further ado, let's dive in. I'm not a big Tarzan fan. Maybe I'll explain that a little bit more. I grew up with the black and white TV series with, I believe, Johnny Weissmuller, who was the actor at the time. He was a professional swimmer or gold medalist swimmer or something. But, you know, and aside from the cartoons, that's my whole knowledge about Tarzan, you know. I know John Buscema did some Tarzan comics for Marvel. I have a couple of them, but that's about it. But you know, John Carter, that is interesting. I want to know more about John Carter in the universe. My knowledge about John Carter is very limited. So yeah, I hope to, by reading this comics, to get a little bit more knowledge about that. So what's happening here? Well, it seems that Tarzan is some kind of a trance or in some kind of a dream state. And there's people here that wants to brainwash him, right? And but you know, Tarzan seems to know that he is some kind of a dream because these are the creatures that he's fighting. But then the creatures turn to, you know, in things that he is familiar with. You know, also with dinosaurs. So instead of these unearthly creatures that he needs to fight here, so that makes him, in his own mind, he's more dominating. His mental strength is without peer. So. And so we have Commander Moss or Captain Moss here, who has this on this machine, right? And she's a very aggressive type, but I like her character. I like her. She's a little bit over the top aggressive. Anyway, and she says, "Hey, I'm going in." She wants to go into his mind and, you know, have more control over him. And but the monitor guys, he also calls him monitor, I believe. He says, he says, "Well, Captain Moss, it's highly dangerous. I am well of the risk. Inept one, do as you're told." And boost his libido servo probe. Is that to do something with your libido? "I want to beat on his innermost desires. A detailed picture. Yes, the Jasumian sheepitch, his wife, Jane. Now to relieve her of that vulgar utilitarian swamp guard. Furthermore, with something more suitable to our needs. The jungle man has an eye for beauty. An eye I intend to employ to my own ends. Yes, much better. Hurry, fool, we're wasting time. Time, or do the captain's private interest bid us hasten?" She doesn't like that, so she smacks him. And she says, "Get your filthy mind out of my head." And so in his mind, and why does he look like, well, is he very dark skin, more like bronze skin maybe? Anyway, so this fake Jane says that she has been kidnapped by John Carter. And Tarzan says, "Well, you will die for this. Wait, first a kiss. Your Jane has missed you so." And "Yes, my darling, my strong jungle god. 'Tis an illusion, darling. Oh, Tarzan, all life is an illusion. Linger with me for a moment." So it is some, how do you say, fan service, if you will. See, there's no nudity, but you can see clearly what's going on, right? So she's in heat. Is that the word? So they are studying some more. So they are saying, "Well, hey, this is Korak." I totally forgot about Korak, right? That Tarzan has a son. And he has a friend called Darnot. He's some kind of adventurer. And also Kala, his mother. And she says, "Fascinating. He believes now that you are his woman. There are this woman, Jane. Rather, he preserves two, woman as one. He will obey me. Now take the most violent of alternate tapes of our nemesis, John Carter, those that make him appear as a decadent madman, and feed them into the ape-man's brain. How much like an ape, lovely Clapton, and how much like a man did you find our friend Tarzan? What's your tongue, fool? I did what I did to destroy that atavic Is that how you say it? Atavistic brain to build to mold a new mind, a new Zodangan. That's I believe a race, a Zodangan who shall be henceforth be hailed as Sator Jotad. I like those names, right? This is cool. Some cool names here. So some later he's getting trained into I don't know all these Martians. Equipment, technology, swords, weaponry, you name it. And he's excelled at it as well. So the captain says, You're satisfied then. Holy your loveliness. I am not. Bring our Sato Jotat to the pit of tea. The pit, but that is certain. You heard my commands, master trainer. So there's some kind of a gladiator pit here, and so this guy says to Tarzan, the rules are quite simple. You must defeat whoever is sent into the arena to meet you, no matter the number, and you must do it before the first moon touches the north banner. And when it does touch the banner, well, he doesn't say anything, but if we can see what's going on here. So the monitor comes in and he says, hey, how many men does Tarzan needs to fight? 3, 5? And then he says, what? It is a massacre. The 8-man is weaponless. Sit, monitor, observe, and learn. All right, so Tarzan goes to town with these guys. So he's, he has, how do you say, because he's from Earth and the gravity is here lighter, he can jump high, but somehow he's also stronger. So, yeah. But then he just stands there. But then, I don't know, the volcano explodes and there's lava coming. And, he just stands there. And, the captain is not worried at all. But then he does this. And what is it, some kind of tribune? Is that how you say it? And, saves the day. Meanwhile, or a little bit later, I love the designs, by the way. It's very atmospheric and I love these round houses. It has this old school science fiction feel. So Captain comes to him and she has a sword behind her, or a dagger. So Tarzan says, you keep his likeness above your bed. To fan my hate, remind me, even in dream-tossed slumber, who face it is I seek, whose blood it is I will spill. Nah. No, that's not going to happen. You're probably in love with him. And maybe he spurred her, probably in the past, and then now she wants him to, die or something. So she gives Tarzan the dagger, a farewell gift. Not a farewell, my love. Only a reminder to come back safely to your captain's longing arms. The blood-red hills close hot, like our love. Yeah. But then a storm comes. We have you dress you in the guise of a helium. If asked you are an Earthman, a captain and escape from the Sodanga. You have the aerial map of John Carter's hiding palace or place. And she says, return safely to me, my love. And there's this heart-shaped balloon. I like that. Meanwhile, back in the command center, I guess. So she says, you have our new champion on the tracking device. Yes, your gift was an inspiration. As long as he carries the ruby dagger, we have a location fix on him. Well, that's a little bit weird. I mean, if you have a tracker device on this dagger that you can lose easily, why not, have a tracking device in his head dress or wristbands or whatever? So, anyway. And she also commanded other people to follow him. But then the storm is getting worse and worse, and Tarzan tries to get above the storm, but then his aircraft is getting hit. And she says, Captain, he's losing altitude. Get me the lead patrol craft. We lost him, Captain. The storm, it is suicide. We must turn back. Turn back and you die, pilot. Pilot, do you read me? And then he's getting hit also. I mean, it looks great. But this looks even greater in a gruesome detail. So not only this guy is falling to his death, but also burning up because of the flames of the lightning. Just, I feel bad for this poor guy. And pilot, answer me. Well, he's a goner. And All three crafts of the radar, screamed Captain. Your champion Dasumian is dead. And she's there, she cannot comprehend it. And she says, say it, little rat, say that, say that he's dead one more time. And it will be the last words you breathe. He lives, you hear me? The Jasumian is alive, as is our war with John Carter. Looks great. And of course, Tarzan is alive. And then, I don't know, some brutish ape with 4 arms. Forgive me if I do not know all these names of John Carter's universe. And he's getting attacked by, I don't know, other creatures that looks a little bit cartoony, you know, with this buck teeth and all that stuff instead of sharp teeth. But, you know, hey. Tarzan wakes up and shoots them with weapons. And this guy talks and he says, hey, you chased away my food and now I'm going to eat you. But then Tarzan gives him a, you know, kiss on the chin with his fists. And he says, you speak Taka's tongue, hairless one. How is that? I speak the language of Mangani everywhere. Now, if you help me gather woods, I believe there's enough ulcias left for us, both of us. You tame the red flower. Who are you? Sator Jotad of Zodanga, on a mission to Helium. You know of it? Just that way. A day's walk. And then he's going to sleep. Fully confident that this guy is not going to eat him. All right? So they are entering the palace of Tardas Morse. And they are being greeted, and Tarzan wants to know why. So it seems that this simian creature says it is unusual that a man and an ape are walking together, right? And so he stays behind, and Tarzan is getting, lead forward to, to the halls of Jedax. So he says, who are you? I am Setor Jotad of Jasum. You are His Highness Catoris, son of John Carter of Virginia. I didn't know that John Carter has a son. That's new to me. I bring a message from distant Jasum. Jasum is, I believe, Earth, for the ears of your father alone. Indeed, your name is Jotad. You come from Jasum, and you bear the message for John Carter only. Should we trust him, my friends? And then a voice says, no. And then... we trust no outlander in these days of peril. Sator Jotad of Jasum, meet Tars Tarkas of Barsoom. And so basically they're having a fight, right? And he is tall. He looks great. Great design, by the way. But you know, this what's his name again? Sorry. Tars. He's no slouch. He's agile. He can do many things, but you know, he cannot jump as high as Tarzan, right? And he clocks him with his feet. But then before he's going a little bit serious here, the son of John Carter says, enough! Impressive stranger, skills to consternate even our finest swordsman. I was just preparing to skewer him, sire. Rest easy, mighty Taras, my faith in you remains undiminished. So he says, hey, let's walk. And so they're having a chat here, right? Say, what words would you have with John Carter? As I said, for his ears alone. These are dangerous times for our leader. He abides there in the East Tower where no living creature can get him. Without my father's leadership, we are a doomed people. Now, why would you say that? How does he eat, says Tarzan. There's a drawbridge on the farther side. And I can almost read your thoughts, Jasumi, and there's a 40-foot leap, an impossible distance, should you entertain ideas. And so... he says, you must forgive our people's distrust, Jasumian. We have many enemies, few friends. I hope you will be comfortable in your room tonight and indulge us the need for barred windows. I don't trust him, sire. I never have guessed, dear Tars. Later that night, Tarzan breaks out, and I especially like this panel, this page here. No words needed, just, cool visuals, right? Looks great. Like I said, there's a nice atmosphere here. And, coming back from what I said in the beginning, it's predictable what's going on because, dun, dun, dun. Oh, no, it's not John Carter. It's none other than Deja Forest. So then the son, is he the prince or the king? I don't know. He says, comes in, Jasumian, may I present my mother, Deja Forest. Meet John Clayton, Lord Greystoke, or as he known in his native land, Tarzan of the Apes. So he knew all along who he was. Pretty predictable, but Also, like I said, fun because I want to know how he knows it, and more stuff like that. And what's strange is that she has the same colors as her nemesis. I thought they have some different colors, but yeah, it's not. It's a little bit nitpicking. Anyway, I need to get this one. I got the hardcover, but I need to have the floppies for the reviews. Look at this, man. This looks great. Star Slammers. Walter Simonson, my favorite. So yeah, overall, great fun. 2 issues to go. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you like this, want to see more. Of course, I'm going to show you more. Stay tuned. See you next time. Bye-bye.